Good afternoon again. My name is Julian Bartlett. I am the vice chair lady of the Coalition of Independence. I'm from Grand Bahama. I'm concluding with part 16 with regards to the COI's Vision 2030 for city governance. City governance, having a more transparent system under a Bahamian COI government. I just can't believe how fast I've been going through these modules on our website of the Coalition of Independence. Coalition of Independence website to show us the solution, to show us the way forward and what the conversation is going to be about, because in the COI we do everything transparently. We will be having an election in 2026. The COI has ratified over 35 plus candidates, and it's growing. Those candidates are on the ground campaigning. Now, it's still up to the general public to make sure that they listen to all the issues or the facts, or even just listen to what the COI has done as not in the position of authority. Remember, we're vying for the position of authority. They've already presented over 4 bills. I remember one of the bills they were presenting might have been on the natural resources, and it was about that time when I guess Keith Bell made that announcement in that church service. And so they went to the Governor General office to present a bill. I think it was to do again to reinforce the resources. And remember what the said person who's in charge of our country did? He prorogued the House. And he closed down all of the entities. And 2 weeks later, he named Mother Pratt as the Governor General. Like, is that some big news? Because everybody knew she was up for the running for Governor General. And they thought that we were going to forget about our policies we wanted on the table, on the floor of the House of Assembly. Well, here we are again, right? We've tabled bills. We've won position in the House of Assembly without even going to a general election. We are competing at a very high frequency, whereas we competed in 2 by-elections. We did not have an election, and we're now in the House of Assembly. If only 3 other persons, big if, 3 other persons stepped over, there would have probably been an election called earlier, and we could have saved the grief of the people. But anyway, so I'm here to speak on regards to city governance, republic governance, self-governance under the COI. This is going to be really short. I'm finished already. Once I've read this, I'll be moving on to natural resources. I've already covered COI solutions with regards to illegal migration issues that the government have not brought to no actually conclusive measure where the Bahamians are satisfied. I've covered good governance under the COI's platform. I've covered that. And I think next I'll go on to natural resources. You know why? Christmas is coming, right? And many persons in the Bahamas, like the civil workers, got all of their monies back. They're not worrying about a thing. But just in case if you didn't get your monies after you protest, Christmas is here. You were supposed to get it in July of this year. July, August, September, October, November, it's December, 5 months later. Did you get your payment, civil service workers? Did you get all of it? No, I don't think. I think you got a percentage of it. And guess what? Guess who's traveling again to see the king? Yeah, the same very man who said out of his heart, I don't know what's going to come out of his heart, because that's kind of scary, because civil servants are workers and they worked for their money and they should have gotten it in July. You're going to still trust them? Wow. Now remember, I spoke about the whistleblowers. If anybody's on this platform right now, do you recall what I said under the COI's platform for the whistleblowers? Did anything resonated with you with being a whistleblower in your country? Is it the same as being an officer of the law? A whistleblower. Is it the same as being a custom worker? Is it the same as being an attorney? Whistleblowers. No? Let's see. Is it the same as being a politician? None of the above. Who are whistleblowers? Who are people who watch what's going in their country, what's going on or what's not going on? Who take documentation? Who speak on topics that will irk many people, but the whistleblowers, or we call them the watchers of the sovereignty of the Bahamas. Anybody remember what I said according to the COI's platform? What is a whistleblower? What is their position? What will be their reward once they confirm certain information on corruption? What will the whistleblowers be getting? Just in case if you don't remember, let me remind you. And let me remind those who continually break our laws and continually do things under the table. A whistleblower is a person who puts the truth out there and they speak to the truth. They have documented information that points to persons who are corrupt and break laws blatantly. That's a whistleblower. The difference with our whistleblowers is why we need something new. The COI will reward individuals or the individual which have the biggest information for whistleblowing on corruption. It doesn't matter what department you're in. Do you realize that you get a reward? Do anybody remember what the reward is? The monetary reward. I'm waiting before, because like I said, I'm going to be very short. I only got 2 pieces of paper and a half to read today. And then I'm finished with good governance under the COI. As a whistleblower, first, once your information is proven, you will be rewarded $1 million under the COI's promise to deal with corruption and also good governance. Let that sink in. As for the felon, your reward will be jail time. That's it. That's all you deserve. Jail time. All right, so it's just a reminder of that on our website. You can find that website on the Facebook page under www.coalitionofindependence.com, where I'm reading this information direct from. Okay? All right, so we know where our website is. You know what you're going to be doing for Christmas. No, you're not waiting for Santa Claus to come down the chimney. Those days are over. You're getting trinkets from number houses. I don't know how much alcohol y'all could drink during the year and how much parties y'all can go to. And one person win 1 car. If they was really making some sense, they would raffle off 10 cars one time. Yeah, then spend some money. Because what Gambling House has done is added to our issues with regards to addiction. Everybody know in the Bahamas there's a couple of addictions. I'll just name 3 of them, because there's alcoholic addiction. That's a real problem. There is drug addiction, another one. And then now it's compounded by the gambling addiction. Yeah, and that's where we are. So, on the topic of good governance, right? The COI will be making a promise because we're Bahamians talking to Bahamians. We're not politicians talking to politicians. We're not politicians debating other politicians. We're Bahamians who are speaking to the Bahamians. The promise will be is to develop a nation and a global community. Now, I know I read that subtitle. Now I'm going to read the definition of what exactly the COI means. Restoring international trust is important for our country because, thanks to many who have governed our country and have allowed a lot of industries that we should have had, they ain't existing. Do you know Africa has its own car industry and many other industries? I can't think of no Caribbean island that develop phones, make cars. I think many of them still in the farming. I think the farming industry has declined. We're talking about basic stuff. So, you know, we got to make up for the time that they've been promising you for 53 years, promising you that they're going to develop our country. Restoring international trust. We will extend our heartfelt apologies for the corruption that have hindered international business in the Bahamas. I not mean persons giving you trinkets. I do not mean contracts being made and they say the price is one way, but a couple of million go another way and somebody split up the difference. Well, no middleman. We're not talking about that kind. Moving forward, we will eliminate corruption at its roots, ensuring that no investor is ever subjected to bribery. You can't bribe them. You can't ask them to buy your car, house, and a pool before the deal is made. You can't ask them that you need money to go shop for your wife. Those days are going to be put to an end. And I'm going to read it again. Moving forward, we will eliminate corruption at its roots, ensuring that no investor is ever subjected to bribery and extortion. That is the COI's promise. So internationally, we don't be a continued embarrassment. Now, we don't know why the so-called man that's supposed to be putting our country at another frequency is having a meeting with Prince Charles. But I'm gonna put a stab at this one. Y'all remember that we are a British colony, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all remember Haiti is a French colony. Need I say anymore? We don't want any other colony coming here for no more labor force because that disenfranchised the real Bahamians in the Bahamas. And I'm going to leave that there. Okay? There will be a partnership based on integrity, recognizing that our natural resources the Bahamians, our natural resources in the Bahamas are meant for both to be shared, not for just them to completely take over and then give us 2% on the dollar for what they've been signing under contracts, okay? Mr. Bain has showed us the contract from way back when the Port Authority was being developed. So I don't need to say any more on that. And again, I'm going to read. There will be partnerships based on integrity, because that's important. Recognizing that our natural resources are meant for both to be shared, not for no one else to just take it and give us trinkets. With the world, and there's nothing wrong with that, because we need to have a customer base. but the customer base has to be valued where the Bahamians are profiting more than 2%. Okay, so we're looking for a customer base to enrich our own nation. We pledge, the COI pledge, to partner with developed nations, not underdeveloped nations like Haiti. We pledge to partner with nations on fair terms that we, the Bahamians, benefit. I think I want to talk more about natural resources, but this is on good governance, because remember I told you earlier, in order for anything to work in one's country, one must fix the broken problem in one's country. Transparent systems and a level playing field will foster mutual beneficial collaboration. So now Bahamians don't have to feel disenfranchised. We are going to make sure we, the Bahamians in the Bahamas, choose whomever we want to work within our system when the natural resources are distributed in a fair, transparent, with integrity to benefit the growth of the Bahamas and its people. I'm going to conclude here. Like I said, this is going to be very, very short. Everything I spoke about was on the basis of solutions on Vision 20 under good governance on our platform on Facebook, www.thecoalitionofindependence.com. Have the vision for every entity in our country that's broken. But first, we're going to start by correcting the broken government. And then we're going to deal with migrants who continually disrespect our laws. Next, I will be talking on, starting tomorrow, I will be talking on natural resources as it's slated under our Coalition of Independence 2030 vision. We are going into a general election in 2026. This information is prevalent. It's not emotional. It's just based on what a new government will look like, Bahamians, once you mark your X to the logo of the COI. That's all you need to see, you know. You're not interested in nothing else. This is like you're voting for your flag carrier. You see any red in that? That's a gold, aqua, and black. You know yellow there. That's gold. Because right now we need a golden age for our Bahamian people. All right, so I'm done. I will see you guys tomorrow with regards to natural resources talks. It will be part 17 and right into Christmas.